So I'm about to start revisions, or at least rereading, for Draft 1 of Project Orion, and I have never been more excited for any writing project ever. It's a little before 7:30 a.m. I have everything laid out on the desk in front of me, and I'm ready to get into this. Oh, I'm so excited. I know I said that I would start revisions on May 13th. Today is not May 13th, it is May 9th, I believe. And that is because I've just been itching to work on this. I literally can't keep my hands off of it, or at least my mind hands. I'm like constantly thinking about this. So today I'm going to be starting the reread of my NaNoWriMo novel. Look at this. Everything is here. I cleared off my desk, as you can see, besides my lamp. I just kind of put a lot of things on my windowsill. But here we are. We have everything. So here we have Draft 1, which is what I'm going to be reading, obviously. Here I wrote out my revision process that I'm going to be doing. I have explained it a little bit before, but I'm going to be doing Susan Dennard's revision process. I will be linking it in the description below. I may have changed some things, I don't really know, because I kind of wanted my own plan, but I'm pretty sure I didn't change much. So this is like Susan Dennard's process. Here is just my folder for all of my notes that I've had throughout this whole entire outlining and writing and planning process, everything that I've accumulated for this novel. Here I have some markers. I'm going to be color coding my notes, and I'll explain that in a second. And then here I have my notebook for Project Orion, but it's like a newer notebook, I guess, because as you can see, I've been writing everything on like separate sheets of paper, and so I got this little notebook. It's graph paper because I love writing on graph paper. This was a brain dump page for series ideas for book 2 and book 3. More of that. And then here's where I'm going to start my notes for Project Orion during this read. So what I'm going to be doing today, obviously I'm not doing the whole revision process today. Today I'm starting it. So today I'm going to be doing the entire read through, step 1 basically. And basically as I read, I'm going to mark in here any and every problem that I see. I'm going to color code it, and it's going to have these categories. So we're going to have plot, setting, character, and other, and we're going to have these colors, and so I'm going to write the corresponding problem into here. And I'm not going to mark up the manuscript today. So in the margin of like where I see the problem in here, I'm going to write like the initial for which problem it is, and then the chapter number and the problem number. So for example, it'd be like, oh, this is a plot problem in chapter 3, and it's the 7th problem in the 3rd chapter. That's how Susan does it, and it sounds pretty organized and nice, how I like it. So I'm going to be writing the corresponding problem in here. I'm not going to be marking up the manuscript today, but today I'm hoping to read this whole thing in one sitting. Well, not one sitting, but one day. Oh, also, I'm going to mention this when I have my whole, I'm going to make a whole video all about, my revision process once I have it a little bit more refined, because this is my first time revising a novel. But basically what I did right after I finished writing this, as soon as I wrote the end, I went ahead. Ooh, that first one's kind of a spoiler. Okay, I'm kind of scared now. Okay, we'll do it really far away. But I wrote a list of ideas for fixing book 1. So basically, right after I had read it, I went ahead and wrote any idea that I already knew I had to fix. Not like solutions or anything like that, but just a list of things that I knew I had to fix. And so I'm going to have this as a reference as well going through this, just so that I can kind of revisit these and see what needs to be fixed, mark them down, stuff like that. So without further ado, you didn't see that, but I opened the draft. This is on the other side. Oh well, I was expecting it to be on this page, but it's on this page. Oh my gosh, chapter 1. Okay, let's go. First problem. This is actually really good. There are a lot of parts that I really enjoy. This is just nice to read. Just finished reading through chapter 1. It was a lot better than I thought. There were obviously problems, but They felt more like small sort of inconsistencies, nothing too big. Then again, I'm not expecting too big of a problem in chapter 1. It was actually really enjoyable. Like, as a reader, just reading it, it was really nice. It read well, it was enjoyable, and I'm really happy about that, and I really like these characters. These are all the problems I have for chapter 1. Again, a little bit more than I thought, but none of them are like too big. Just random like inconsistencies that don't make sense, or I don't really bring them up again. Moving on to chapter 2. Okay, can we just talk about this? I don't know what to put here. Orion asked with a smirk, scanning the rest of the room. Perfect. I just finished chapter 3. This book is really good. I'm about to eat this banana because I am starving. But yeah, I just finished chapter 3 and it's like really fun to read. Like, it's a nice book. Like, I'm enjoying reading it. The beginning, at least where I am, is not nearly as bad as I thought it was. Don't get me wrong, there are still a lot of problems, but there's nothing that is like major plot issue. There's a lot of like inconsistencies, like things that I will mention at the very beginning that I know that I never bring up again. But so far there is nothing that's like a major sort of rework or major issue, which I am so glad about. Obviously, I know there will be as I get more into it, but right now, I'm just having fun reading it. Another thing that I really like is that at the beginning, like where I've been reading, the characters are so good and like well written, which is surprising, but they all have like their own voice, and like you can really feel that already. And I know that that dissipates pretty quickly, but I'm just really impressed with myself for being able to write them so distinctly near the beginning. I'm really proud of that. I'm excited. Like, it's a lot better than I thought, and I know it's gonna get worse. But so far I'm feeling pretty good. It's nice. It's a nice read. I love these characters. So I'm gonna take this little bit of a break to eat and drink and get sustenance. I'm not sure exactly what time it is. I think it's maybe a little after 8:30 or a little before 9 or something. Finished eating, I'm feeling better, brushed my hair, and now back to work. Okay, why is this surprisingly good? I just finished chapter 4, and it's really good. And I keep waiting for the moment where it doesn't get good, but it's still good, if that makes sense. So I just read like the inciting incident, like the thing that happens that sets the story in motion, and I was worried about it, but it's good. I enjoy reading it, and there were barely any notes for me to make. And so I'm like wondering if like I need to be more critical maybe, but I feel like I'm already being pretty critical. So for me, I guess I'm wondering, like, am I not being critical enough, or is it just actually better than a normal first draft, considering I wrote this for months and months and months and months. I have almost a full page of problems, and this is all for chapters 1 through 4, and I'm pretty proud of it so far. I'm excited. I'm feeling good still. Things are going good, and yeah, I'm gonna keep going. It is almost noon, and this is the situation now. I am losing energy quickly. Still lots of fun, still a really enjoyable read, but I need to look at something else. I just finished chapter 9, so I'm gonna start chapter 10 soon. It's almost noon, and my head hurts. I just want to take a break. There hasn't really been as many problems as I thought there would be, so these are all the problems or like issues that I have so far, chapters 1 through 9. I kind of stopped taking as many notes just because a lot of them were like add tension or like build up the scene more, which I'm gonna do in the second draft anyway. And also there are a lot of parts where I start reading it and I actually like get sucked in like as a reader, and it's like really enjoyable and like good and fun to read. And like I don't want to say I don't notice any problems because obviously my writing is not perfect, but like I'm really invested in it to where it doesn't feel like there's any problems. Sometimes I have to like go back and like reread it and kind of just make sure I didn't miss anything, but I'm not seeing like huge major things so far, which I guess I wasn't exactly expecting because I am expecting a lot of the bigger problems to come up in the later chapters, kind of around the middle to the end, because I planned out the beginning pretty well. I mean, I've planned out the whole thing. I have the outline and the scene outline and everything, but I don't know, like, I feel like the beginning is in pretty good shape. So I am hungry again already, so I'm gonna go ahead and make some lunch. I'm so upset. One of my favorite streamers just started streaming, and I have to get back to writing or reading. Ugh, I always watch his streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Today's Thursday. I'm upset. Oh well, I have to work on this. I really want to get this done today. I will watch a stream another time. But I took an hour break for lunch. It's now almost 1 o'clock. I put in my contacts because I don't know, my glasses were bothering me. I'm gonna move back to my desk so that I don't try to just lay down. I'm feeling better motivation wise. I was losing a lot of energy and motivation, so I did take a break, but I am feeling better again. Got my pens, I'm ready to go. I'm just gonna start reading again. So I just reached chapter 18. I'm now onto my third page of notes. I'm tired. I don't really want to stare at this paper anymore, but it's still a good book though. Like, it's still fun to read. I just have been doing this for so long. It's almost 2 o'clock. I've been doing this since like 7:30 in the morning with a 1 hour break. So I'm about to start chapter 18. I believe there are 36 chapters in total. So like, what is that? 36 minus 18? 18 left, right? I'm so bad at math. I think I have 18 chapters left. So I'm like halfway right now. I'm like at the halfway point, which makes me feel a lot better. I've been trying to write like less notes, not like less notes, but like I was looking back at my beginning notes for like some of the first chapters, and a lot of them are just like add more tension here or like put more build up here. But you know, that's what the second draft is for. Like, I'm going to expand on everything and make everything different. So now I'm trying to just write down things that I need to look at or need to change, not just vague add more attention, because I feel like that could apply to everything. There are some good parts in this book. Like, there are some parts that I read that I've forgotten that I've written, and like I audibly gasp and I'm like, wow, that's really good. It makes me happy. I didn't think like it was gonna be that good, but like, obviously, again, it's not perfect. There are tons of like grammatical and like spelling errors. Again, I'm not working on those or fixing those right now. They are there, but it's not perfect. But it's a lot better than I thought. So I think what I'm going to do right now is keep going. I'm not really taking a break right now. I just wanted to kind of film like a little update since I haven't filmed in a little bit. Keep going. I'm about to start chapter 18. Maybe I'll wait until either chapter 25 or until maybe like 3, whichever comes first, and I'll probably take a break. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a lot better. My energy and my motivation is back a little bit, and I'm excited to be doing this. I have to just remind myself when I start to get like, remind myself, like, I wrote this. This is my story, and I'm proud of it, and I love this story, and I love these characters, and I, like, what I'm doing right now, as not boring as it is, it's not boring, but as tedious and long as it is, I am doing this for the betterment of my story, and it will be so great at the end when I do all this. So yeah, I'm excited. I just found a whole paragraph written in a completely different tense. This book is written in past tense, and I just came upon a paragraph that is completely in present tense. I have no idea how or why. This has never happened before, and it's not anywhere else in the whole book. I don't know what I was thinking. I am on chapter 20. Finding a little more problems as we get farther into the book, as expected, so not a huge deal. But yeah, there are bigger problems coming into play now that I'm going to have to fix. Not looking forward to that. Let's just appreciate this little paragraph I wrote for a second, shall we? And then they talk some more, but I don't know what about yet, but I just need some filler conversation that shares more information about the attack and how some White Cloaks feel about it and how scared they are. Then maybe someone else comes and joins them? I don't know. This scene isn't in my outline, so I don't know where it's going. Basically, rework this whole fence building scene. Awesome. Thanks, past Adele. So I cut up some mango, and I'm going to go ahead and take a little break. Took an hour-long break, and I'm going to get back to work or reading. Writing is so hard. Okay, I'm not writing, but like the whole process, I'm over it. I'm over it. I don't even know what chapter I'm on. What chapter is this? Chapter 30. I'm on chapter 30. I have like 6. No, you would count chapter 30. 7 chapters left. My brain. I have 7 chapters left to read. And and I literally just don't want to do it. I literally just... I'm eating Cheez-Its and reading. Well, I took a little bit of a break. I've kind of just been on my phone. But I have 7 chapters left. It's so close. And these chapters are getting like shorter and shorter because I ran out of motivation. So I guess that's good. They're getting easier to read, like get through. But the problems are getting bigger. It's just not good. My tummy is grumbling, even though I literally just ate food. I keep eating food, but I keep getting hungry, and I don't know why. Also drinking water. Yes, I am staying hydrated. That is important. Drink your water. Well, I was going to show you my water, but I'm all out. My back is hurting. My neck is hurting. My head is hurting. But I have prescribed pain medication, so I took that. Oh no, there's still water in that. Why did I do that? Also, I have been so intent on reading and working on this that I almost forgot that I graduate college tomorrow. I have to wake up at like 5 in the morning tomorrow because I graduate at 8 a.m. I literally graduate university tomorrow, and this is how I'm spending my last day as a college student. This is the situation right now. Got my Cheez-Its, obviously, that I opened from the wrong side. And then I got some dumb-looking Cheez-It box, and then I'm so close. Do you see this? I've read all of this today. I've literally been up since like 7:30 in the morning. Well, I woke up before that, but I started doing this at 7:30 in the morning. This much to go. Like, it's not hard. Like, it's not that bad. I just don't want to stare at this paper anymore. As you can see, I have a lot of notes, I'm assuming. I don't really have anything to compare it to because I don't know what other people's notes look like, and I've never done this before. So, these are my notes so far. As you can see, they've been getting a lot more constructive. I also did, however, while I was going through this, I did mark some instances where I thought it was really nice. So that's kind of nice, kind of fun to write something nice, compliment my writing for once. It's actually a lot better than I thought. I know I'm just complaining right now because I'm tired and my head hurts. But it's a really good, I don't want to say good, it's an enjoyable read. But there's so many mistakes. And I have a problem with writing tons of pointless scenes, which you would think that wouldn't happen because I have a scene outline and I'm so organized when it comes to my outlines and stuff like that. And so a lot of these scenes, most of them, except I think that one I mentioned, they're all in my scene outline. I wrote them out, I planned them, I had a goal, and a conflict and a resolution. But when I wrote it, it just didn't happen. So I have a lot of scenes where they're just kind of sitting around doing nothing, which is like the number one thing to not do when you're writing. And they're bad scenes. Like, I can see that, I can recognize that. I don't think they're good. So tons of stuff to do. So I've just been doing this and eating Cheez-Its. Also, I had a cut in my finger and the salt from the Cheez-Its got in it and it really hurt. I just started the second to last chapter and it is bad. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. I want to like mark everything out and just start over. And this is where I was like losing motivation, and so all these chapters near the end are really like rushed and super short, and so it's just like you can't really tell what's happening. It's going way too fast. There's like no tension. There's no like emotional payoff. The climax is not satisfying. It's so bad. But this is why I'm doing this, I guess, to make it better. Don't get me wrong, the beginning of the book was great, but once it got to about the middle, just as I thought, it just went downhill. Either way, I'm about to be done with this. I have about a chapter and a half left. And we're done. I'm finally done with this big read of Project Orion, of Draft 1 of Project Orion. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be done. There are a lot of problems, a lot of notes going on, lots of things that need to be fixed, but it's okay, we're done, we're here, we're gonna keep going. Manuscript is all done. Again, didn't mark it up because that's not this step, but I have like random, I'm trying to find some. I have like the system of how I'm marking out problems, and they correspond to these little note pages that I have here. So just to briefly explain what's going on here, and I am going to do a whole video about how I'm doing this, so I will go into more detail, but basically I have these different categories: P for plot, C for character, S for setting, and O for other. And basically when I find a problem, I'm going to do the category, the chapter number, and the problem number of the chapter, and then the page number, and then I'll put whatever's going on, what the problem is, what needs to be fixed, stuff like that. So these are all my problems. Lots of issues to be fixed, lots of notes and things like that. Lots of things to address. Not looking forward to that. As excited as I am about this, I really need to look at something else or do something else and probably eat dinner since it's like 7 o'clock. So I will come back to talk all about what I'm feeling and stuff like that when I get back. Okay, hello, I'm back. Ignore my crazy hair. I just showered and I have to go to bed soon because I do have to wake up at like 5:30 in the morning. I just wanted to give some of my final little thoughts about this process. Well, not the whole process, but about today, because I got a lot of work done and I'm proud of myself. I got so much done. I literally did this all day long. I'm just really excited about the progress that's been made and the future of this story. I'm super pumped about just getting more into this and actually rewriting it and working on the second draft. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I got a lot of work done today, and I'm excited to have you guys come with me and on this whole journey. So yeah, lots of work to do, lots of things to fix. There were tons of issues and problems that I made note of, as you guys saw, so that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it and also not looking forward to it. So we will see how that goes, and as always I will be vlogging all of this and tracking all of my progress and keeping you guys updated. I've also had a lot of people reach out about beta reading for me, which is awesome, and I'm so glad because I'm gonna get to that point and it's nice to have some people already interested. And I do want to mention, okay, first, I don't know when I'm gonna need beta readers. I'm hoping, strong hope, we will see, to finish this draft 2, by August. And so hopefully I will be able to get this out to beta readers around August, September. Don't take my word for it. I do not know what will happen. I don't know how long this process is going to take. Also, I've heard 2 different viewpoints on when to give it to beta readers. I've heard you should do it pretty not early, but after you have draft 1 or draft 2, so that they can see if like big things are working, because you might have to change like big plot issues and stuff. And I've also seen people say you shouldn't give it to beta readers until you have absolutely done everything to it that you can, like it's the absolute best it can be that you've done, which, you know, I see the merit in both of those. So I guess right now, if it's going to be August to September, it's going to be after draft 2. I don't know if that's going to be the best that I can do. I'm just hoping to get a lot of this major stuff done and figured out. So I don't know. We'll see. Lots to think about. Hopefully August to September. Don't take my word for it. Also, what I was going to say is when that time comes and I do give it to beta readers, I also would like to beta read for other people. So if you guys have any things that you're working on and you do need beta readers, not right now, but in the coming months, definitely reach out. And when I get to that stage in my process, I'm going to be looking out for people to beta, or people for me to beta read for them. Okay, that was a lot of talking. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for watching. I think that's it. Subscribe if you want. I'm going to be doing a lot more writing vlogs about this whole process as well as other writing videos. So yeah, hope you'll tag along. Thank you all again so much for watching. I love you all wherever you are. Hope you're having a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video.